So I want to build a website for a personal project. However, the tools that I know how to use, like Material UI and Grommet, are a little bit too bulky and doesn't really fit the style that I wanted to make. What I decided to do is make my own component library to see how it goes. First up is a container component. So this is a very simple Flexbox component that is able to store other components. So if we add a bit of text here, you can set it to column to display it vertically. You can also give it an alignment value and a justification value to align it. You can also set it to full screen so it stays completely in the middle. If you want, you can add some styling to it and give it a background color of, let's say, dark green. And to separate these two, you can either give this a gap value, or you could just add another container, a height of, let's say, 50, and that will separate it. You can change this to any way you want, and it will do that. Container is very flexible and is able to make up most layouts. As for the next container, or next component, this will be the typography component. This will allow you to put any text you want, like title, and it'll display in the theme's font. You can also change the size of it, where 1 is the biggest and 6 being the smallest, and anywhere in between. This goes really well with the container, so you can put in a typography in the container, and you can align it to however you want. You can also add multiple of them, for this being a slightly smaller one, and give some context or some content. Remember to align this column so it stays. There we go. Next up, we have the photo element. So the photo element allows you to, as the name suggests, set up a let me grab an image real quick. Set up a photo, give it a title, maybe some width, and let it display. This again pairs really well with the container element. If you set this to full, align center, you can also use the centered keyword instead of typing all that in. Set this in the middle. You can give this a shadow, which doesn't really show that well because it's a black shadow and we have a black background right now. And you can also give it a rounded look. You can also set the height to however you want, just to make it a circle. And you can basically modify it however you want, like any regular image. Now, in order to tell you what this does, you need several layers of these. And if we put some text here, and some text here, you'll see that they overlap, and that's essentially what the layer does. So you can have a container with some text. Of course, you wouldn't use title in the text here. You can have a container with some text. Make this a 100% width, and maybe give it a background. Oops. If I can type real quick. Background of dark green. And maybe let's give this some height too. Yes. Then you can use another layer with the same thing to also overlap But the best part is you can use these two and add something such as a width buffer. Oops. With the background here. So you could space this however you want. A more advanced approach is instead of using container, you can also use an image. So, or a photo rather. So use a photo, set the source to this. Oops. Set the source to the swan again. Oops. Let's give this a note text of swan. Again, let's set this photo to full. But limit the height to 30. And also do the width as well. Perfect. The power comes within being able to duplicate these layers. Maybe setting another one with a container that not has dark green, but maybe like a transparent black, maybe a little bit less transparent to give it title, or give it a dark, let's increase the height a little bit to 80 so we can see a fuller effect, and also giving a title as well, like this. Oops. Let's align this in the center. Yes. And you can style this however you want. So if you want to put this closer to the center, you can do it like this. But yeah, overall, this is a really advanced, not really advanced, but it's a tool. It's a good tool to have in your tool belt whenever you're building websites. As a example, this is a quick web page that I made in under 10 minutes using this component library. Again, this is a pretty beautiful page, and you can customize it whatever you want. So if you want to remove the background, just voila, and it's gone. And if you want to make it a darker background, then there you go. Give it a little room. Yep. You can also change whatever you want. So if you want to, make this bigger, you're more than welcome to do that, like so. And if you want to add another page, then you just simply copy this over. Oh, actually, you had to remove the layer. The container will register. It's a little bit more work because you're gonna have to wrap everything in a separate container. But overall, it's much easier than other component libraries where you have to make a separate page and everything, and it's just a hassle. This, you just copy this over, and there you have another page. Overall, I'm really excited to be working in this library, and it'll be geared towards public release very soon. But I'm still working on it to make sure it's up to code. Thank you for listening to the demonstration. You can subscribe to keep up to date on future updates. You can also leave a comment below and suggest new components or ideas. Please like and share the video if possible, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.